I have to reorganize my collection because I'm out of space. We have this thing over here. We have some more stuff downstairs. But this pretty much is my boutique stuff. And I'm running out of space. So I'm reorganizing and putting things at the top. So I'm gonna take you guys on a quick little reorganization update, if you will. Peace. All right, so I started out, my arrows were all up here, but I have now run out of space. So now I'm stacking all my Scream titles on top of Scream titles. Vinegar Syndrome ran out of space, putting more on top of Vinegar Syndrome. And I just don't like it. And my steel books are all getting crunched over here. Pretty much running out of space. So we want to reorganize. So what I've done is I wanted to avoid putting things at the top. But realistically, I think I'm going to have to start putting things at the top. So I decided to move all my arrows up here. All my box set stuff anyway. I have more arrows down here, but they're not like the slipped ones. Well, I guess a couple slipped ones here. They're not the limited edition ones. So I figured I'd put all my arrows up here and well, all the box sets and the limited edition ones. And then I have just two 88 films box sets. So I figured I'd squeeze these in here. I have a Synapse one. I only have one imprint one, and we have the House of 1,000 Corpses. They just fit. There was nothing else that I could fit up here, and I got these little cool little things here. So I made this myself, by the way. Hence the reason. And I know a lot of people are going to comment that that's buckling. It's not because of weight. It's just that I put the screws in way too hard, so it's squeezed each one, and it looks like it's buckling, but it's really not. There's no weight, issues here. It's going to be fine. It's been like this for over almost 2 years now, so it should be fun. And over here, I'm just going to leave this alone, but let me move these. These are the Ron English McDonald's statues, and then we have a little Predator thing here. Let's move this Herschel Gordon Lewis, and behind it, we have some Three Stooges, and then we have the Criterion FYE exclusive Night of the Living Dead set. So we're gonna leave these as is because I don't like the way they fit on anything else really. It just kind of annoys me. They're all too big. It's almost like the Godzilla one from the Criterion. So I'm just gonna leave those as is. So Arrow, I'm thinking, then we'll start off here with some second sight. So these are all my second sight stuff. And then we get into some random ones that don't really fit anywhere else, like Mandy, Alien. And then we're gonna start with Scream Factory and go all the way down and fill it up with Scream Factory. So I'll check back in once Scream Factory has moved up. So we have moved the Scream Factory over from here, and it's expanded out to here. So we pretty much have, that's all Scream Factory. That's all Arrow. And I'm thinking we're gonna leave this for Scream Factory, or I'll splice in something else here. But we're gonna do Vinegar Syndrome on top of Vinegar Syndrome. So I'm thinking about moving all these Vinegar Syndromes over here and maybe plop open some of this. So Vinegar Syndrome, half Vinegar Syndrome, half Scream, Vinegar Syndrome. We'll leave that as it is. And then we'll have this one empty, and that will give us some space to move around with the steel books. So I'm thinking we'll move the steel books or possibly some of the miscellaneous stuff. Like a lot of stuff down here is a mix of like Imprint, Blue Underground, 88 films, some Grindhouse, some Scorpion, some Code Red and Arrow and everything else. So I think we'll mess around with this and see how it goes. All right, this is the end result. So real quick, once again, up top, we got some arrows, 88 films, got some miscellaneous Imprint and other stuff. Then once again, we have second sight, And then Scream Factory starts. We have some random box sets there. All Scream Factory. And then we go down Scream Factory without slips, Vinegar Syndrome without slips, Vinegar Syndrome with slips, some special edition and box sets with Vinegar Syndrome. And then we have some random placeholders until my Vinegar Syndrome order comes in. These are some Blu-rays in like VHS form. They're kind of cool actually. They are Blu-rays. There's a Reanimator one. This one is in German, but this is the Running Man. Super, super cool edition. I love this. So, and this is the VHS. It has the trilogy, which includes a third one. I don't know why, but it does. So, once again, just placeholders until my order comes in. So, Vinegar Syndrome, Vinegar Syndrome, Vinegar Syndrome, Vinegar Syndrome, Vinegar Syndrome. A lot of Vinegar Syndrome. So, we'll have pretty much almost 3 shelves full, if not almost 4, of Vinegar Syndrome. And then we come down here, we got some partner labels, and then we have some, what is that, Cauldron, and then we have some Indicator. We have some 88 films, which, you know, I have some other 88 films down there too, but these are like the boxed ones, so I want to keep them together. 101 films, placeholder until my Vinegar Syndrome order arrives, because this will be filled with Vinegar Syndrome. And then once we move down here, small imprint, small umbrella, and then the rest are all steel books, steel books, steel books, steel books, steel books, and then we get into A24. So A24 starts here, and then we have it all the way down here. Placeholder until we fill up some more A24. And then we come down here, we have some Blue Underground, we have some 88 films, some Grindhouse releasing, random MVD stuff, random Code Red stuff with slips, and then we got the Arrow steelbooks, which I have separated from the regular steelbooks. And then we have Arrow with slips, Arrow without slips, and then we move on to Severin. And Severin goes all the way down there. A little bit of space left for Severin, because Severin's having their sale this month, so I'm sure those 3 or 4 slots will get filled in. And we move down here, we got some more Severin box sets, and then we move into Criterion. And of course, the beautiful Criterion collection. I love Criterion. And then we just get into like weirdo kind of movies that I couldn't fit anywhere else, but they're boutique, so I put them with this. And then we get into Kino, all the way down there, except for this, but I didn't know where else to put it. And yeah, we got some Error 444. But yeah, this is basically it. This is the boutique one. Once again, let's get a nice look at it from far away. All boutique. And then we have my regular stuff here, which is just regular studio titles. So that's that. And then we have a lot of DVDs downstairs on another thing similar to this, filled with DVDs. So I hope you enjoyed it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm sure I'll move it around again, but this will all be filled in by the end of the month, because Vinegar Syndrome definitely will fill that up, and A24 will eventually fill that up, and we just have that little bit for Severin, which they got a sale coming up. So Vinegar Syndrome is going to fill all that up, and we'll probably be out of space in less than a month again. So until next time, I appreciate you checking this out. Puppy, say hello. Tell him to subscribe. Look at you drinking water. You spilled it all over the ground. What are you doing, bro? Look at these other ones. Say subscribe. Say like. Until next time, peace.